Hello everybody, welcome to Nego Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I want to thank a specific multitude of you guys that send me these messages about my voice being very restful and helpful to you, to get you in a good headspace. It makes you feel calmer. Like any pitch or tone of anything, it can affect our mental state. It is a vibration. So this was something I was thinking about this morning. I am lucky in regards to the tone of my voice is lower and calmer. And I remember watching this voice coach talking to some of their singers and things, saying how, if people feel more out of control, more restless, more hyper, whatever, their voice tone tends to go up and it gets higher. So try to modulate your voice when you're speaking to somebody, even if you feel unsteady or you feel like an argument is brewing or something has triggered you. Take a deep breath, lower your voice, and speak slower. It makes you feel more in control, and you're choosing your words. They're not choosing themselves. You know what I mean? You ever start talking so fast that you don't even make sense? And that, coupled with anger, is like insane. So what we're trying to do is have our composure, because there's a whole bunch of retrogrades coming up, and this is what's good about them. Today's reading is going to be about your soulmate and all their details, but with all these retrogrades coming in, you're going to experience different feelings. So I'm just want to let you know how that is also going to tie in, because this is what's good about retrogrades. The prefix itself, re, means to go back, as retrogrades are a time to polish up all our projects already in the works, dig up the ones that we've set aside. They really turn our attention to the past and can actually be like a cosmic grace period when we get to finish all the things we've started. Also to strengthen our plans, ensure that we don't move forward on shaky foundations. A crazy thing too is old friends, lovers, past issues can resurface as well. So it gives you a chance to reconnect or revise how we operate with these people, okay? A really useful time to resolve any arguments, old ideas, research an idea, and renew a commitment to it. Like I am really revising how I'm organizing all my jewelry and everything and compartmentalizing it. And so I have quick access to it, where before it was like where anything landed is where it landed. And now I just can't operate like that because I spend too much time looking for things. It's about organization, which is really nice. So we're going to find out in this particular read, maybe their initials, their zodiacs, personality, perhaps time, whatever comes in. So we're also, with our cards, we have some lovely matching stones. And I want to thank you guys for visiting my store and making all these purchases lately. Mother's Day is coming up the 14th, and usually within ordering from me, if I have it in stock and I don't have to custom make it or wait for more pieces, it arrives at your doorstep if you live in the U.S. within 3 to 4 days, and outside the U.S. sometimes a week. I mean, it doesn't take that long a span of time. And I let you know as well, if I run out of certain beads, because I can't just pop into the store now, that I need to order them. And those sometimes take anywhere from 5 to 7 days to arrive. So if you want something custom, whatever, just let me know, and I can accommodate you on that. And thank you to all my regular clients and your beautiful pictures of you, my jewelry. I really appreciate you guys. So number 1 is harmony, and if you wanted a corresponding stone, I have the beautiful Arwen crystal necklace. I love this so much. I feel like it's so romantic and beautiful, and if you wear it with like white or gray, it's very ethereal and beautiful. Number 2 is love, and I have a gorgeous faceted apatite stone. I love this because it's like a deep lake blue, and apatite, again, anything that has to do with the throat chakra clears that energy. You get to express yourself the way you want to in very concise, logical phrases, as opposed to, too many details, over explaining stuff like that. Really streamlines how we talk. And number 3 is freedom, and I also have my pretty ice blue quartz. Thanks, you guys. These are going like gangbusters. All I did was strand one beautiful crystal right through on a silver. I also have it in gold. Again, this is a throat chakra stone, so you can clarify what you want to say and how you want to express yourself. So I am going to start 1 minute if you guys want to get comfy and take a deep breath and relax, and then we'll begin with harmony. Okay, so right away with this, I was getting a message. It popped right in. With this, I'm feeling you are going to learn how to handle pressure and conflict more effectively. You're going to be able to release grudges. You're going to lay down your swords. Done. Slow down and stop rushing to avoid accidents right now. You're really going to be working on practicing patience. That way you're not creating blockages with lack mentality. And let's see what your message is too. You have beautiful pyrite message, simplicity here, right? My confidence is rock solid. I take positive action to manifest my goals. I really work in this agenda all the time. As soon as I wake up, I grab my notepad and I say, start writing what you have gratitude for right now. 3 things, my family, my health, and my creative insights, because they get going the second I wake. I usually have dreams about color patterns and ideas and reads and things like that. So just keep saying this to yourself too. Be like, my confidence is rock solid. Our mind believes what we tell it, so we want to feel confidence traveling into love, right? Let's see what your overarching energy is too. Beautiful. The World card, fantastic. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Oftentimes this happens on our soulmate journey because what we're participating is our higher vibrational self. We're looking for all things beautiful and conflict free and bright and shiny and happy, and it's purity. It's like a state of purity where you no longer embark on any kind of ego garbage and you're just ready to go. So let's see what some of their attributes are going to be. Oh, I love this. So they're going to have the listener. This is sacred silence too. This is somebody, they pause before they speak. They're very erudite due to the fact that they're not just talking to talk. When they add to a conversation, it's something that's wise. It's something that benefits everybody. It's somebody, that I feel has a beautiful emotional assessment of the room. So if they're going to say something, it's going to be healing, helpful, and honest, right? As opposed to cattiness or just confusion. You ever have somebody that's a constant interrupter too? It's like they are the opposite of this. They sit and pause and they wait for the right time. And again, if it benefits everybody, they're going to speak. If it doesn't, they simply don't feel the need to, because they don't need to be the center of attention. Oh, beautiful. They also have this wild, pure heart. I sense this at the beginning of this. This is somebody where they come from such a place of, honesty, of authenticity, of integrity and love, and they're not trying to diminish anybody or compete with anybody. Just that pure energy, someone just of goodness, of absolute goodness. They're caring, sharing, and loving. It's really important. This is somebody who they have healed all their issues in relationships or their blocks to love. They recognized when they were in a wrong match and they moved on. They gain closure with people. Just someone who has their act together. They don't have all those contrarian tendencies. They don't have to be that rebel without a cause, just talking to talk. It's like because it comes from a pure place, they really want to rectify situations. They're a peace bringer, which is important. So let's see if we can get some other beautiful things about them. So wisdom and awakening. So they are somebody that's already been on the spiritual path for a while, and they're quite awake and connected with who they are, where they're going, and what they need to achieve. That kind of spiritual greatness where you're just at peace with things. You just allow. Everything doesn't have to be a combative energy. Everything doesn't have to be competitive or worrisome or any of that, just that negativity. They just allow. They're really in the flow, that beautiful kind of river. It's like, I'm just going to let these emotions wash over me. And a lot of it's due to really great self-affirmations that they use, inner dialogue. They talk to themselves. They know that when they do something that's appropriate and beneficial to others, that they can put their head down at night and go to sleep peacefully. They're not one of those crazy ragers. It's funny because I feel like the world at times is kind of 70-30. 70% of the people can be really quite chill and go along to get along, but you will get that 30% where they just don't hear other people. They just are not awake and aware yet. And the ones that are aware, we kind of just have to give them breath and space to operate on their own. We don't have to call them out. We don't have to judge. We don't have to argue. We just let them go. And that's definitely what your soulmate does. So let's get some initials here. We have T and we have B. Beautiful. So B, T, T, B can be initials. And let me see if I have any cards around. Where's my deck? Okay, so we're going to shuffle these and see possible zodiac. So Pisces, free will. Oh, I love that. And also Virgo. So interesting, because Virgo energy, and I feel like with, Virgo, I love Virgo season, all that. I feel like there's a purity of refinement. They are neat, tidy, orderly. people, you know, and they have a sense of contentment with everything in its place and a sense of calm. You know, they don't like things sporadic and chaotic, very organized. Where Pisces is very mystical, very rich, deep personalities. I feel like you could be friends with a Pisces for decades and you'll only know 50% of them. They are very, very still waters, run deep. They're very charitable, very giving, very loving, but again, very, you know, in that emotional flow. They're very caring, empathetic, and they need to retreat at times too, to kind of like, you know, have a healthy, you know, detachment from things when they get overwhelming emotionally. Again, like beautiful social vibes as well. They get on with other people. Realistic kind of goals, but Pisces, I love it because they are great at manifesting their dreams. They're very artistic and whimsical too. And Virgos are go-getters. They're like, you know, I set this plan, they get it in action, they go, they do this in love. And again, in terms of time, I keep seeing 4s are popping up all over. So 4-month process. Will there be coming in, and again, you're going to find really nifty things that happen in this time frame because it's like a purification where you're just not bothered anymore. I just read this thing by Andy Warhol, and it's so true. He's like, I love the term, like, I think it's so what? He's like, it's just like, I'm not going to let other things, you know, bother me and, you know, take my energy and distract me because, you know, somebody's being like hyper vigilant, trying to bother you or get your attention or trigger you or whatever it is. Once you realize, you know, that people are simply unaware and they're unawake, you're not bothered by it anymore. It's their journey and they have enough frustration and heaviness to deal with in the meanwhile that we don't need to add to that and be critical of it. So we just let it go by. And there's nothing sometimes more beneficial to calm and centered self than just not responding. You know, you can just crack that kind of smile like, I'm tapped out, I'm not engaging in this, and then saving all your energy right there. So 4 months seems to be your time frame too. And another thing, you're just going to start to feel like you're luckier, you have more vitality. It's like the universe is arranging these Christmas Eve moments where you feel good and you have great anticipation for the next day, because that's part of it, the expectancy, the excitement, all of that comes with it, Group 1. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want all the little details, just let me know and tap on that down below. And my Etsy store, if you want to get any of your beautiful goodies. I definitely feel like crystals are helping me big time. Whenever I go out, I wear my darker stones to deflect negative energy, and they are really helpful. And again, I love appetites and all of those to just make me be able to speak very crystalline, clearly, and get any kind of expression out that I need to very simply. So number 2 is love. Right away, you're going to feel these love vibrations. It's one of those things where you tap into everything that makes you feel thoughtful and warm and affectionate. All those ads, all those pictures, all those things on TV that make you weepy because they're so beautiful. And right now, in society, people are really stepping up in miraculous ways, doing things. I feel right now you're going to be resuming a creative, musical or artistic project, right? Really dive into your subconscious, do this healing work or therapy, and explore and question your spiritual beliefs right now. When I think this way, what happens? When I look for good things, opportunities, and I'm optimistic, how does that change my day? And I've been playing this game that says, whenever you can and you notice you have a gap in time, try to guess what your next thought's going to be. But then by doing that, you don't have your subconscious just operating, throwing anything into the arena. You actually get to choose your next thought. So I did this the other day when I knew everybody was getting ready for bike riding. I was like, you're going to see the swans, you're going to be by the ocean, you're going to have such a great time. I chose that thought, and right away I was galvanized into action in the shower, ready and dressed, because instead of letting my subconscious go, you're going to be tired, it's going to be hot, where's your clothes, blah, blah. I just stopped that immediately because I got to choose my next thought. So you're going to be doing that as well. So let's see what some of their possible zodiacs are. Yay! Leo and Gemini. So 2 really super, super signs. Leo's so wonderful in that they are 5 alarm charm. They're funny, they're fun, athletic, that beautiful fire sign where they're always up for anything, let's game. They like to learn new things. They're great learners, they're great conversationalists, very warm, just super charming, the most charming, sweetest, I believe, out there for sure. And Gemini, Geminis are full of beautiful surprises all the time. They have that great duality where one moment they're extremely thoughtful and quiet and pensive, and they can be studying, and then the next minute it's like, let's dance, let's do this. They are like that bag of tricks. Like all of a sudden they just come up with these things. They're very creative, and Geminis, strangely enough, are usually gorgeous. I don't think I've ever met a Gemini that didn't have some stunning physical attribute to them. Gorgeous eyes, usually like crispy blue, gorgeous eyes. Love that energy. Again, I feel like, you're going to stop delving into old fears and your limited beliefs, and you're not going to be entrenched in these unconscious patterns. You're removing toxic energies from your world right now, and it's going to help you in this endeavor. So let's get some personality traits too. So we have King of Raphael, warm, generous, honorable, refined. We all like that. So I feel like in a social mix, they're going to be, excellent conversationalists. They're never going to say or do embarrassing or crazy things, you know what I mean? Like, steady on, please. You ever just go out with somebody you don't know that well, and they're like, oh great, they're a racist, or oh great, they're insane, or whatever. A workmate that you introduced to a friend and something comes out. Like, I had a girlfriend that when she was going on a dating site, she just was horrified at some of the crazy stuff that came out of people's mouths. And I feel like I'm kind of insulated from that world because I don't go out with a lot of new people. I have a few select friends and then my family, but sometimes I overhear things in public where I'm like, what? Like, it just, how insular and insane things are passed down from generation to generation, and they honestly believe it. You can tell by their whole body and posture and everything, where this person, open-hearted, generous, no kind of weird critical judgment thinking of others, just, hey, live and let live, really beautiful. And your message is, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Again, yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to have some great creative endeavors. And this person sparks, your soulmate sparks this within you even more. They're like a catalyst to all these hidden talents, talents that you've kind of shelved, things you did. They're going to be your cheerleader. Hey, you should really do this. You're an amazing singer. You're an amazing writer. And really help you in those ways, like, you've got this. Sometimes we just need to hear it from a person we respect and love, right? Healing, it really is a massive healing time for you, exploring your shadow side, letting go of this baggage and resolving situations. You're not going to be projecting any of your garbage onto anybody. You're just letting go. You're starting to question, why would I even say this when I think to say this? Am I just lashing out? You're really refining your behavior so you can have calm, balanced energy. Hey, I don't want to even get entrenched in this ridiculous argument that's going to go nowhere, right? You're going to recognize that. I feel like you're going to slow down too at the risk taking and evaluate before you rush ahead in things too, because you really are in a beautiful healing stage. They are healing for you as well. And right away, you're going to trust them. You're going to feel this. You're going to know intuitively, this is the one. Their energy is wonderful. And I think we all have that gut feeling almost immediately with somebody that we're with, by their gestures, by their words, by their deeds, and how often they show up, eye contact, micro kind of expressions, all of that. Right away there's a warmth, there's an originality, there is something you cherish with them beyond where trust is just, your foundation is already set from the get-go. And it's unquestionable how, that's it. They are for me and I am for them. One of those things. And I feel like you guys will be inseparable pretty much in your first meet. And I'm seeing 5s everywhere. So 5 months definitely feels like your time frame too. And, it's saying, you're really ready in your life to look beneath the surface. Again, mature versus immature wants. What do I want long term that's really going to serve me, make me feel balanced, loved, appreciated, setting my boundaries, having my act together, not second guessing myself, and their love and support help you do that beautifully, group 2. So I love that energy for you. I love this kind of Artemis picture so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. And thank you for the beautiful comment from yesterday's read about how you find my readings surreal. I always try to add a touch of just really cool nostalgic old cards and fun backdrops and stuff and make it artistically attractive for you and restful on the eye as well, because it should be something that, is enchanting and wonderful and brings up your vibration as well. So thank you so much. So again, you guys, that's you in love. You're ready. You're ready to soar. You're ready to win. You're ready to connect with this energy in a beautiful way. So now we're on to number 3, which is freedom. Right away, you guys are here like you're having freedom from old patterns, weird things that made you feel disconnected, alone, off center. You're becoming much more composed. And part of that is you're not giving your energy any more to any energy vampires. You're not engaging in stupid, low vibrational arguments, sentiments, and bothersome little things that used to like try to get your attention. And oftentimes, the people that are attention seekers and they're not centered, they will try their best to derail other people, and you're just not going to participate in that anymore. You just are like, no, I'm ready to thrive and do well. So here's some of your messages too. I hear, I see, I notice, and understand messages from the divine, because you are going to be getting a lot of beautiful messages from the divine. You're going to have your sequential numbers, your 1111s, your 555s. You're going to see certain animals, butterflies, ladybugs, dragonflies, a lot of winged creatures right around this time. Again, you guys, I'm seeing a lot of 6s aligning, so I feel like your time of meeting is going to be in 6 months. And what happens is our vibration goes way the hell up with our frequency, because we're purifying all our behaviors, responses, and we're no longer like beleaguered and heavy and having that ego dragging us down, second guessing ourselves. It's much more refined, purified energy where we just feel good. So we're looking to the aspects of the world and ourselves that make us feel that way. This is what you're really doing. It's like, what is the next best thing? What is my next best choice? You wake up, you don't feel so good. I'm going to get up, I'm going to have a huge glass of water, have some vitamins, and step outside and ground, right? That's the next best thing when you feel like your head might be muddled. Okay, I'm taking up on too much work and I feel like I'm rushed. Next best thing, I'm going to give myself a nice reward, have a breather, watch maybe stand-up comedy or something that makes me laugh, have a great latte, take it easy, step back from it. Because even the things we love, if we do them for a vocation, if we don't take pauses and integrate other things like nature, we're going to have an issue and it's going to feel like work, right? So you're going to be listening to this, and divine is going to help you. Now you also have good fortune as a result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings. Again, that is your next best thing, gratitude. When we feel gratitude and great things coming, that's exactly what happens. More wonderful things come our way. When we look for opportunities, when we look for love, when we look for spirituality, balance, all of that. Since we have our eye on that prize, that is what comes our way, and that's what's coming your way. So also in your soulmate is going to be appearing in your dreams, something about them, some physicalities, some conversations, maybe dancing, what they do for a living, maybe tattoos or symbols on their body. Let's try to get some. I'm going to get some more personality traits in a minute, but I want to see. Ooh, so we have Aquarius and Taurus for possible zodiacs. Again, you guys, this is for a collective, so, we have to use our higher reasoning. Every last little thing isn't going to be exacting in this type of thing. You need a personal read for this, but for the collective. And this is great because Aquarius, very deep, very creative, wonderful. They love reading books. They love the fresh air. They love to travel. They love new experiences. Really, really smart, wonderful, beautiful, sound, self-contained units in Aquarius is for sure. Very free spirits. Taurus, really practical, really grounded. Again, them too. They're not attention seeking. They don't need to have things their way. They're very easy breezy with things. But again, when they see something, everybody get the hell out of their way. If they want to succeed, nothing is going to stop them. They have that wonderful tenacity to them. Now, something within their energy is very centering for you. You don't feel scattered. You don't feel anything that's uneasy or chaotic around them. They just pull you down and they center you and ground you, and you have like a beautiful flow of ideas and calmness and all of the things of that nature. Again, they're going to help you look beneath the surface of things, because sometimes we'll take a look at something and we will take things at surface value, like, oh, that person is, dressed from head to toe in designer wear. They're very materialistic. They're this and that. You're going to be looking beneath the surface. A lot of people are conditioned to look in the area in which they were raised or whatever. So, it's one of those things that we're not going to go on knee-jerk responses, and we're going to be looking beneath that. Now, you're also going to be helped in the attunement of that spiritual vibration, as opposed to the ego or materialism or heavier things, or again, having to label everything, having to produce all the time and say, I'm busy, I'm busy. You ever run into somebody and they're always like, I'm so busy? And it's like, that's not anything, it's a weird thing to say. I would rather say, well, I'm being effective with my time. But again, it's like, how are you? A few fun descriptions that lift their day as well. And I'd way rather be effective and be doing less than just be busy and running in circles chasing my tails, right? Again, you're going to be figuring out your boundaries really beautifully within this relationship, because they help you set that. It's one of those things where, listen, I need my alone time, I need to do this, this is totally allowable, this is unacceptable, whatever it is, trusting, if all of those things. I always feel like a wonderful just signifier if somebody's up to no good, or they're suspicious of you. You're like, hey, can I see your phone? If they hesitate in any way, shape, or form, that means there's messages on there they don't want you to see. Nobody should ever hide their phone from any family member, unless they have, if your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend wants to see your phone and you don't want to show it, there's pictures or text or something on there you probably don't want them to see, so usually that means up to no good. But with this thing, this is boundaries. Listen, this is a deal breaker. If I feel at any time, like, that's a weird thing too. Like, if somebody, when they first meet, I had all these clients at one time saying, well, I can't call them after 6 p.m. on their phone, this and that. There's a lot of red flags, all of that. So people have experienced that in the past. So now it's like they're being very good at setting boundaries and saying, this is how it has to be. They also have the gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. So they're going to lift you and help you and make you aware of things, your potential, and they're going to reignite certain passions within you. You probably have a lot of gifts and talents that you maybe have shelved or you haven't even discovered yet, but they're going to bring them out beautifully for you, and you're going to have a really great connection with them in like unbelievable ways. Like, you're not even going to believe how much playfulness, fun, like giddiness, and some of this too, I'm feeling like it's athletic things like riding horses and going to amusement parks and just doing fun, silly things. So let's try to get some initials too. So I have G, P, and F. So F, P, and G. Very nice. Again, there is this purification that's happening when our frequency and vibration comes in. We recognize what is beneficial to us in every way, and we cleave to that. We move in that direction. We discard everything else. We really don't need to overcomplicate. Now is the time for purification, simplification, and verification of what we want and why we want it. That's important, right? Hey, I really want this. Why do I want it? How is it going to impact my life, and what makes it precious or special to me, right? That's very important as well. So that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want to go to my Etsy store, come see me on Instagram too. It's Sparkwist11. I do daily posts and memes, and I run contests so you guys can win jewels and decks and reads, all kinds of things. I'm usually running about one a week now, and I really like to give back because it's such a special, cool tribe over there. I mean, they make me laugh. They have the most hysterical, fun posts and really meaningful posts as well. And it's just really wonderful and uplifting. So love and light to you guys. I'm going to go upload.